knew the sound, and this was not rehearsed, so they had no idea what letter they were going to get. Occasionally, we had trouble with the sound, and because you were here, one person had trouble with the letter, but basically, we know all the letters and we know all the sounds. I'm going to give you your evaluations. I've taught for a long time, and there are 5 core areas. One is recognizing all the colors. The next one is recognizing the shapes, counting to 20, recognizing the numbers to 10, and saying the ABCs. This is the first time I have ever had a school class that knew all of those. Give yourselves a hand. I thought maybe this was the year I should quit. I've had kids come almost, but somebody doesn't know a 9 from a 6 or something, and it throws the whole class off with this one every time you knew it. And all of the children knew at least 20 of the 26 letters of the alphabet. So I'm just thrilled. And on that note, I'm going to give you their evaluations. And these aren't in order either. This is Charlie's, and this is, let me see if I can find somebody that's standing here. There's Ripley's. And let's see, I just saw Mary Grace's. There we go.
Stop.
Well, yeah. There you go.
Shona.
There's Ronnie's. All right. And Skylar's is right there. And Noah's is right here. And that leaves Luke's for, there she goes. Right there. This is Rats, and we will see that Rat gets everything. You know I wouldn't leave it. Okay. One more thing. We are not full for next year, so if you know anybody who would like to come to school next year, send them our way, okay? And also, you probably all know this, let me tell you, I will be at the library. Hopefully, by 2 weeks from now, I won't even have a voice. You know, I thought about 2 weeks ago that this might be the first class I'd ever had that I had a good voice all the way through. And then the Lord said, forget it, lady. Okay. As a part of the church staff, let me tell you how thrilled we were to have your children this year. And that this church would like in any way ever to help you if there's ever a need for anything, if we can be of service to you. If you don't have a church home, please know that you would be more than welcome and loved here. Your children have been loved here the whole year. This is a great church. If you have a church home, I'm certainly not suggesting you change, but if you need a church home or if you ever need a church, this church is here for you. And on that note, I will introduce you to Brother Ronnie. This is the lead pastor of the church, and he comes every year to say a few words. And he is our friend. We see him a lot when we walk around on campus, and we speak to him and so forth.
Well, I want to just amen what Ms. Baker said, of thanking you guys for allowing us to be a part of what we consider the most important years of your kids' lives, as their foundation is being formed, and not only learning things that will help them, but we believe also spiritually, just that foundation is so important in their lives. So thank you for letting us be a part of their lives. I also want to do one other thing. We're really trying hard to train Miss Baker. She's new at this, she hasn't done it, but for at least, 150 years. We have tried our best to figure out how many years this lady has been doing this. I can promise you this, there is not anyone in Greenwood with any more experience that loves kids more than Miss Baker. You are a privileged group to just have her as your teacher of your students, your kids, and we just want to. I just want to lead you in showing some appreciation to her. Because let me tell you. Yeah, we keep, every year, keep thinking, is this Miss Baker's last year? What's it gonna be like when she finally comes to us and says, I think I'm gonna retire? So we don't think that's ever gonna happen. She's just gonna keep going on and on. She's like that little, that bunny, ever-ready bunny or whatever bunny it is, just keeps on going. That's Miss Baker. But thank you again for letting us have your kids.
Let's see, I have a list here to remind you. You all have an evaluation sheet. You need to take home a notebook and a graduation certificate, and they are going to take home their buckets today. And we will let you take pictures, as many as you want. And if you didn't get a picture, say so, and we'll stop and do it again. There are only 8 of us here today because, as I said before, Red's mom is in the hospital and Red is in Tulsa, so he isn't here. We're hoping he will be back. This is the first time, maybe in the last 5 or 6 years, all the time I've been here. But your children are going to be privileged to come back next week for 3 days. We're making up snow days. Again, still, whatever. So anyway, let me just reiterate for those of you who don't know, the time for Monday and Tuesday is as usual, 9 to 11:30. On Monday, we're going to go to the library for a skit, and then we're going to make something fun that we haven't made yet this year. On Tuesday, we're going to walk across the street to the bank. You all could pray that it doesn't pour down rain between now and Thursday. That is the best field trip ever because we get to do things that technically we're not supposed to do. But I didn't say that, did I? That's put under your hat, please. All right. And then on Wednesday, what are you going to bring when you come to school?
Sandwich.
Only a sandwich.
Only a sandwich or peanut butter sandwich.
Yeah, well, that's a
Big
That's right. It needs to be a sandwich, and it needs to be in either paper or plastic so we can throw it away when it's due. Please don't send a Lunchable. Don't send chips. Don't send pickles. Because you know what'll happen, don't you? Then, how come I didn't get pickles? How come I didn't get candy? And I would fix sandwiches, but I probably couldn't fix 2 that everybody would eat. So you fix the sandwich, we'll bring the chips, we'll bring the drink, and then we're going to come back here and have ice cream. So, and we're going to walk to the historical park. They're opening it just for us that day. And so we're going to see the cabins and the schoolhouse. I think it's a little different than ours. And then we're going to sit on the grounds and eat our sandwich. And then we're going to walk back here and eat ice cream. And pick a time. Wednesday only is at 12:30. And I mean at 12 noon, please. 12 noon. And I need to ask you to be on time. Because I have to be at Westwood to do a skit at 12:30. to promote their summer reading program. And I will be at the library on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday this summer. And I'll be doing story hour on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 or at 2, and you can choose any one of those 4 times, Tuesday or Thursday, 10 or 2, but you do have to sign up every week because we have a very limited space. If you've ever been upstairs and seen the kids, you think this was crowded, it's worse over there. So, anyway, so you do have to sign up. All right, I think that concludes that. So this is a notebook we made this morning. And those of you who have been coming in here all year know that the very first day of school, we made an apple. I mean, the first day we came. And some of us didn't do the best job ever. And then the next day we came, we cut. And so I didn't do the best job ever then either, but that was the point. The point is watch me improve. And so we hung them up, and then come October, we made fall leaves before October, and then we made scarecrows this year instead of jack-o'-lanterns. And we made little pilgrim boys for November and Santa Claus. And snow pictures, we got a lot of snow. And Valentine's, and then we made a flag. This is the only one in the book. Well, no, not quite. But this, they had to do it right. They had to do it because the American flag, this is the way it is. You had to do it right. But you could do it over if you wanted to. And then we made a shamrock. We made an Easter bunny. And we made rain pictures. And on the back of your rain picture, I have told you what your child told me is in your rain picture in case by now they've forgotten what was in it. And then we made a flower. And then today, we read the colors and colored those correctly. This is how we wrote our name the very first day. And this is how we wrote our name last week. This is getting to know me. This is what they said that their names and what they liked and who was in their family on the first day. This is what they said right this week. And this is a graduation program. And there's a bunch of those. Please take some. And you go home. All right. And so these are not in an order. But since I